A landmark in the Mountain Brook community now looks like a burnt ruin after a large fire broke out early this morning. Good evening, I'm Sherry Jackson.
And I'm Ben Hoover. We're talking about the Ray and Pointer Real Estate Agency. It's been a part of the community for decades, and that's where we find CBS 42's Laura Laughead tonight, who brings us the latest. It's still hard to imagine that that building is going to be potentially demolished. Laura, is that right?
Hey there, Ben. That is exactly right, unfortunately. Behind me is what's left of that landmark. It's one of the first things you see when you come here into Mountain Brook, right across the street from the zoo. Thankfully, nobody was hurt during this fire, but nearly 12 hours after it was put out, you can still see smoke rising from the building and a handful of police officers still out here. I spoke to the owner on what happened, and naturally, he's devastated, but he's not bitter. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Overnight, the Ray and Pointer Real Estate Agency erupting in flames.
It has suffered a substantial amount of damage.
The fire crews from Mountain Brook, Homewood, and Vestavia all rushed to the scene, but the damage was done.
It's an iconic building. You drive into the city and you see Ray and Pointer. It's a big loss.
It's also the loss of a life's work for owner Henry Ray, but his main concern wasn't for the building, but rather his colleagues who are like family.
Nobody was hurt. And that, I'm so grateful.
Ray said he expects they'll have to demolish the building and start over. In the meantime, he's thankful for the community's concern.
I'm overwhelmed with the people who've been trying to contact me. I mean, people out of the woodwork have been so kind and caring.
They're members of our community. They're loved in our community. We will all surround them and do whatever we can to lift them up and help them.
And he's turning the tragedy into a way to build something better out of the ashes.
I'm a prayer believer, and that's what I ask, is that we endure this in the right way and put a better building on it later than what's there now.
And saying a prayer is something so easy we all can do. Now, investigators are still looking into what caused this fire. We did spot an ATF official out here a few hours ago with the camera, but nothing has been released so far. The building behind it, the barber shop, only suffered minimal damage, we're told. Reporting in Mountain Brook, Laura Laughead, CBS 42 News, local coverage you can count on.
Laura,